in Love's company.
Where the finest meats, trust Lear's Prime Market. Nominated 2022 City Beat Best Butcher, Lear's offers only the best. Local, prime, Wagyu, heritage cuts, and more for your grill. Learn more at learsprime.com. Always a cut above.
Does your roof have storm damage? Don't get up there yourself. Call the pros at Madewell Restoration. Let them do a full inspection, and if there's any storm damage, they'll deal with the insurance company. You've paid for homeowners insurance. Let it work for you. Go to MadewellRestoration.com.
Express Pro Tire and Auto makes car care as easy as ABC with their back-to-school deal. Oil change, tire rotation, brake check, and more, just $49.99. Click ExpressPro.com. Express Pro Tire and Auto. Service you deserve. Professionals I trust.
Express Pro Tire and Auto Care.
Give Robert Jones Plumbing a call for all your plumbing needs. The world's friendliest plumbers, Robert Jones Plumbing.
Ken Brew here, reminding you to grow your business and win smart with RDI.
Candelario 1 for 2 tonight. Flied to center field his first time up. Singled to center field his last go round. And he hits this one high and deep to left. And the shutout is over. The Reds are on the board. A home run, the 20th of the year for Jeimer Candelario. And it's now a 13-1 Royals lead. So at least the Reds have something to cheer about on this night.
Yeah, they got the
20th
exercise.
home run of the year. That's nothing to sneeze at.
It's not. Had some fireworks, which wasn't a whole lot of it yesterday. Jeimer Candelario playing first yesterday, DHing today and hitting fifth. He got bumped up in the order. The Ralph's American Grill inside pitch on a Sunday afternoon with Sterling on 700 WLW. That's how it finished up 13-1 yesterday. Reds look to avoid a sweep. And it doesn't get much easier for them as they continue on the outside looking in, trying to find their way up. They had a great week until the Royals came to town, so we'll see if things can't get better. And they must if they want to keep it exciting, chasing a spot in the wild card, which I think qualifies as today's game notes, brought to you by the Banksman Doctor of Cincinnati for all things basement-y, local and family-owned for 37 years. Today's starting pitcher matchup brought to you by Western and Southern Financial Group, helping to make Cincinnati the best place to live, work, and enjoy life. And by Richter and Phillips, Cincinnati's best place to buy your engagement ring. You got Brady Singer on the hill for the Kansas City Royals. He's 8-8 with a 3.32 ERA. He's appeared in 24 games to get that record of 8-8 and 135 and 2/3 innings, striking out 130. Andrew Abbott on the hill for the Reds. Got a win last time out against the Cardinals. That series, the Reds swept them. Hopefully they can find their way since it's Kansas City, and it's a different scenario, that's for sure. He's 10-9 with a 3.59 ERA in 133 innings pitched, striking out 110. So there is that. Big sticks in the big leagues? Yeah, we can check those. It's brought to you by Azek Exterior, siding, and trim, and molding, engineered to last beautifully. Visit azekexteriors.com, and by Encore Technologies. Visit encore.tech. Taking a look around the bigs and who's leading overall, you got to say Aaron Judge here, looking at the big sticks, home runs. He's got 44 so far, hitting 332, 464 on base percentage, slugging 707, puts him at a 1.171 OPS, nothing to sneeze at. Shohei Ohtani, the alien, the designated hitter for the Dodgers, resting the arm after Tommy John surgery. He's still a danger with the lumber. He is in a world of his own. He's gone deep 38 times with a 291 batting average, 379 on base percentage, 611 slugging. That's 990 OPS. That's pretty strong. And Marcell Ozuna for the Braves, he's their DH. He's got 36 dingers so far, and that's nothing to sneeze at. That's big business. As far as pitching is concerned, we can check that as well. Right now, as far as ERA is concerned, Tarek Skubal for the Tigers in Detroit with a 2.53 ERA. It's pretty impressive. Chris Sale for the Braves at 2.62. Zach Wheeler for the Phillies at 2.72. And Hunter Green in the Reds. He's fourth in the bigs when it comes to ERA with a 2.83. And how spectacular was he the other night. He has just seemingly gotten better throughout the year. It's like incremental change, development, and he's just so cool, calm, and collective. And I still just flash back my neighbor every time we talk about like Reds, Bengals, everything else. We're out there walking dogs or whatever else, hanging out in the neighborhood, grilling out. And he always wants to bring, he was vomiting on the mound. Why didn't they get him out of there a couple weeks ago? And I'm like, dude, I can't answer that. He goes, well, you do the inside pitch. I'm like, yeah, I know, but I'm not involved. I wasn't out there like trying to towel him off as he was having his sickness issues, but still found a way to get through it. But it's still one of those things that happens, I suppose, in the world of baseball. But it's definitely a different kind of world scenario, that's for sure. Checking today's schedule throughout baseball, brought to you by Branstedter's Kangaroo, celebrating over 25 years as your roofing experts. We got the Royals and Reds. We know that. Reds hosting Kansas City, 1:41 pitch. Already in the Roku game, the Reds have done that Roku early Sunday action a couple weeks back. They did two, I think, of those. The Mets and the Marlins are in Queens facing off, and it's the Fish 1-0 in the top of the third. Later on, the Orioles in Baltimore with their 72-52 record in the AL East facing off against the Red Sox, who are 65-57. You got the Pirates. It'd be nice if the Mariners could help the Reds. Pirates now 58-64, but you just don't know the way the baseball is right now. There's a lot of mediocrity and teams that are below 500. The Reds are just trying to get to 500, and they're still not considered out of the wild card. Pirates could be a thorn in the side. Seattle and the Pirates in Pittsburgh at PNC later this afternoon. Phillies and the Nationals in Philadelphia today. Tampa Bay hosts the Diamondbacks. And we'll see what the Rays do there. They're 61-61. Diamondbacks 69-55, and a perfect example of how a team, you just have to get in the postseason tournament, and anything can happen. And the Diamondbacks are proof positive of that. This season so far, 69-55. The Southsiders of Chicago on the road there in Houston, more humid and hotter there. 66-56 Stros hosting the 30-94 White Sox. They're not having good times. If you're a White Sox fan, you're hating it. 71-52 NL Central leading Brewers are in Milwaukee hosting the Guardians. Cleveland 72-51, not having a bad way to go this season at all. So they could be looking at some postseason action. The Cardinals, who the Reds swept, are 61-62. They're at home hosting the Dodgers 72-52. Hopefully LA handles business. You got the Cubs at home on the north side of Chicago at Wrigley hosting the Blue Jays. Reds will face the Blue Jays and Pirates soon enough. But that's a 2:20 first pitch there. So hopefully the Blue Jays can help the Reds a little bit. Texas Rangers in Arlington hosting Minnesota's Twins. The Rockies in Denver against the Padres later on tonight. You got the A's and the Giants, a Bay Area clash in Oakland. Time is short for them in Oakland. They'll be in Sacramento for long, not too long. And then to Vegas, they will be in New Digs on the Strip where I believe Bally's used to be. The Angels and the Braves in Los Angeles later on this afternoon. And Sunday Night Baseball, the 60-64 Detroit Tigers taking on the New York Yankees, because it's usually the Yankees or the Red Sox or the Dodgers in Sunday Night Baseball as the way it goes. And that is a check of today's schedule brought to you by Branstedter's Kangaroo, celebrating over 25 years as your hometown roofing experts. Who's hot in the big leagues? That's brought to you by Pella Windows and Doors of Greater Cincinnati. Pella now, pay later, and by Plum Tight Plumbing. That's Plum Tight Plumbing done right. And I hate to say it, I don't want to be like somehow a part of the problem, but if you can't say who's hot in the bigs right now is Bobby Witt Jr. for the Kansas City Royals, I don't know who is. He went 1 for 4 and scored a run and walked yesterday against the Reds. He was 3 for 4 on Friday night, scoring 3 times, including a run batted and a home run as a part of that mix. Before that, when they were on the road in Minnesota, he was 2 for 4. So far this season, he's hitting .351, a .400 on-base percentage, and an OPS of 1.020. That's nothing to shake a stick at, complain about, or otherwise, as tough as it may be. As far as who else may be hot, let me refresh my screen if it wants to play along, which is not always the easiest thing to do. In the last week, the Brewers are 7-3. They've won 4 in a row. It would help if they would lose some. The Phillies, they are 6-4 in the last 10 games. They've won 4 in a row and lead the National League East at this point. The Dodgers are 6-4 in the last week. The Padres have been on fire, 8-2. In the last 10 games. They are 70-54 at this point. They're 2 out in the West behind the 72-52 Dodgers, and they are 4.5 games safely pat at this point in the National League wild card, with the Diamondbacks behind them as well. Who else is hot? As I look through, the Twins have won 3 in a row. And on the opposite side of the coin, the Mariners have lost 5 in a row. It'd be nice if they could turn things around against the Pirates today and help the Reds a bit. The Reds have enough to deal with on their own at this point. I think that pretty much covers it. Oh, and the Nationals have lost 4 in a row. I know it's about who's hot, but I also like to show the other side of that for a little bit of balance. As a Reds fan right now, and I've had this conversation. I've done it here hosting the Inside Pitch. I've done it over beers with friends and hanging out. In the last couple of years, we've talked about this wild card thing, and I was like, I don't know if I like it. The change is kind of weird. They've expanded it. Last year, the Reds ended up until the very last week or two of the season were in it. They sort of ran out of gas, and other teams sort of picked it up. You just hope that the Reds can find a way at this point to find their mojo again and be consistent. They can run off some wins. We've seen it. I mean, they swept the Cardinals, and now that they're trying to avoid being swept with the Royals in town this afternoon. About 47 minutes away from first pitch right now. We'll see how it goes. As it stands right now, the Padres, Diamondbacks, and Braves are in the wild card in the National League, if in fact the season ended today. In front of the Reds are the Chicago Cubs by a half game, the Cardinals by a game, the Giants by a game, and the Mets a game back of the Braves at this point, who have the 3rd spot in the wild card. Phillies, Dodgers, Brewers leading the way in the National League by division. Yankees, Guardians, Stros in the American League, with the Orioles, Twins, and Royals in the wild card. The Royals are 2.5 in front of the Red Sox, 5.5 in front of the Mariners, 6.5 in front of the Rays, as they try to keep their winning ways alive and better their position for postseason action. What's nice is you see some of these teams that have been in the rebuilding mode, getting there, maturing, winning, being more consistent. The Reds, who were a little early in that vibe last year, according to many, this year it's just been injury laden, even though we've seen Hunter Green and a bunch of other guys like Spencer Steer and so forth. TJ Friedel's had problems with injuries too. But they just seem to be just that close. Hopefully today they'll find a way. Andrew Abbott's on the hill, facing off against Brady Singer, and we'll see how it goes. It's frustrating, but it's still exciting. And this is like the best time of year as a sports fan in many ways for me, because you got the Bengals getting ready for the regular season, one more preseason game, and then it gets going for real. You got the Reds doing what they do in a chase, and there's still hope for them. And we'll take a quick break and we'll come back. It's a Sunday edition of the Ralph's American Grill Inside Pitch with Sterling, getting you ready for Reds and Royals on 700 WLW.
Pella Windows and Doors are rated #1 by Cincinnati homeowners for highest quality. Dan Horde for Pella Windows and Doors of Greater Cincinnati. Knock your home renovation out of the park with Pella, where you can Pella now and pay later. For details, visit PellaWindowsCincinnati.com.
Craving Penn Station East Coast subs? Skip the line and order online at penn-station.com. Get your favorite sub with fresh cut fries and fresh squeezed lemonade. Visit penn-station.com.
Whatever temperatures this summer brings, your friendly and knowledgeable Bryant dealer is ready to help. We're backed by outstanding heating and cooling products from one of the industry's most trusted names, Bryant. To locate a dealer, go to Bryant.com. Bryant, whatever it takes.
When employers like 700 WLW and tire discounters choose Delta Dental of Ohio, employees can access the nation's largest selection of individually contracted dentists, and they get the care they need from the dentist they prefer.
This is Scott Riley. Vice President of Human Resources at Tire Discounters. At Tire Discounters, we know that details matter, especially when caring for the health of our families. That's why we choose Delta Dental of Ohio.
Delta Dental, building healthy, smart, vibrant communities for all. DeltaDentalOH.com.
Kelly and I love our new electric bikes from Buzz Bicycles. It's tough to beat the freedom of a bike ride. Great exercise with the option of the pedal assist and thumb throttle. And they fold up for easy storage and transportation. We are buzzing through life now. Get 20% off your e-bike with code Lance20 at buzzbicycles.com.
Looking to do some good this summer while eating some good pizza? Donato's is partnering with the Sam Hubbard Foundation to do just that. Bring in an item for Hubbard's Cupboards and get a free medium one-topping pizza. All you need to do is head over to @DonatoCincy on social for more info.
Coming up, Reds and Royals from the ballpark along the river. We'll get you ready for it. The Ralph's American Grill inside pitch. Ralph's American Grill's in Wilmington, just off 71, next to 50, inside the Holiday Inn in the Roberts Center. Straight away, 1 o'clock report. And one more little bit of inside pitch action before David the Armbruster gets ready to go with the pregame show. The home of the Reds, 700 WLW, Cincinnati.
Willie Nelson and family.
On the road again.
Bob Dylan. John Mellencamp.
Born in a small town.
And more. September 11th, Riverbend Music Center. Tickets are on sale now at Ticketmaster.com and Riverbend.org.
Another day is here, and you're ready for it. What to wear? Check. Breakfast, lunch, and dinner? Check. Planning for what's next and how to save for it? That's where Bank of America can help. For your financial to-dos, Bank of America has experts ready to help get you closer to your goals. Get started at one of our greater Cincinnati area financial centers or 24/7 in our mobile banking app. Find a location near you at bankofamerica.com/talktous. What would you like the power to do? Mobile banking requires downloading the app and is only available for select devices. Message and data rates may apply. Bank of America N.A., member FDIC.
Zimmer Tractor is your go-to destination for unstoppable productivity. Dive into our compact tractors and Kubota construction equipment. Zimmer Tractor's got your back with Kubota's compact tractors. And in construction, trust Kubota equipment to tackle any task. Robust, reliable, and always up for the challenge. Explore the perfect combo of Zimmer Tractor and Kubota at our showroom or ZimmerTractor.com. Zimmer Tractor, your partner in progress. Stop by today and let's get things done.
Hey, it's Mo Egger. Dealing with an urgent orthopedic injury? Just walk into Ortho Cincy Orthopedic Urgent Care. No appointment is needed at Ortho Cincy Orthopedic Urgent Care. Plus, some locations have extended evening and Saturday hours. Learn more at orthocincy.com.
National Heating and Air Conditioning offers the best comprehensive heating and air conditioning services to residential and commercial customers in the Cincinnati and Northern Kentucky region. Visit nationalheatingandac.com for all your summer AC home comfort needs.
The Reds are on the radio.
This pregame news is brought to you by Furniture Fair, home of the guaranteed low price. Columbia Chevrolet, in the heart of Montgomery, ColumbiaChev.com. And by Twin Peaks, eats, drinks, scenic views on 700 WLW, the home of the Reds. News, traffic, and weather. News Radio 700 WLW, Cincinnati.
This is the 1 o'clock report. I'm Sandy Collins. Breaking now, new polling results are tipping in Kamala Harris's favor. A new ABC News Washington Post Ipsos poll shows Harris ahead of former President Trump 50 to 45% among all adults in the race to the White House. The poll also shows big swings among independent voters, now favoring Harris by 11 points. That's compared to last month when they favored Trump. This poll comes on the eve of the Democratic National Convention, and ABC News White House correspondent Karen Travers has details of who of some of the primetime speakers are this week in Chicago.
President Biden and the First Lady will kick off the Democratic National Convention with speeches on Monday night. Aides say the president will make a strong case for Vice President Harris and her running mate, Governor Tim Walz, and then hand off the convention to them. Other prominent Democrats speaking this week include former President Barack Obama and Michelle Obama, and former President Bill Clinton and Hillary Clinton. President Biden and his record will be in the spotlight Monday night, but for the rest of the week, Democrats will focus on the future and what a Kamala Harris presidency could look like. Karen Travers, ABC News, Chicago.
Checking the latest traffic and weather together. Have some delays now. Northbound 7175 from the Florence area or make that the Erlanger area to downtown. It's about a 12-minute trip right now. It's about a 5-minute delay. Also, from Florence, it's 18 minutes, so add on some extra time if you're coming up towards Cincinnati on the interstates.
Now, the latest forecast from the Advanced Dentistry Weather Center. Advanced Dentistry, the judgment-free dental experience you've been looking for. NoFearDentist.com.
We'll start to see some spotty showers and thunderstorms as we head into the afternoon and evening. Not expecting anything severe and not expecting wide impacts from this. Temperature-wise, we're warming up to 79, but humidity is still a factor, so it'll feel like the low 80s. That humidity will start to drop, though, as we head into the overnight hours. Temperature-wise, we're dropping down into the low 60s. From your severe weather station, I'm 9 First Warning forecaster Anna Azelian, News Radio 700 WLW.
We are seeing those spotty showers across the tri-state in little pockets. There's one heavier cell around New Miami and heading towards Trenton. The rest of it is pretty light. Some of it's not even hitting the ground just yet. But right now, it is cloudy and a little bit of rain where we are in Kenwood, 75 degrees. A man was shot and killed overnight, Sailor Park on River Road. He's been identified as 35-year-old Michael Swearingen. His body was found in the roadway on Thornton Avenue at River Road by police who were called to an apartment building there. We are told that one person is being held and is cooperating. After 2 bodies were found in the Ohio River this weekend, officials on both sides of the river are working to find out who they were and why they were there. Taryn Johnson reports.
Cincinnati police are confirming that a second body has been found near the Ohio River in downtown Cincinnati. That person was found on the riverbank near the Brent Spence Bridge on Saturday. Traffic on the bridge was temporarily halted as crews worked to remove the body. This comes as another body was found in the river Friday night near the Taylor Southgate Bridge, approximately a mile away. It's not known at this time whether the deaths are related. The identities of the 2 people have not yet been released. I'm Taryn Johnson, News Radio 700, WLW.
We have an update now on the shooting in East Westwood yesterday. A 26-year-old suspect is in jail. Isaiah Emery, now at the Hamilton County Justice Center. Reds update, Reds barely missed being shut out last night. The Royals brought their bats and scored 13 times. The Reds got 1 run in the 7th, and that's how it ended. We have today's first pitch coming up here in about 40 minutes, right here on the home of the Reds. I'm Sandy Collins, News Radio 700 WLW.
News 24 hours a day. News Radio 700 WLW.
Take care from my friends at Vonderhaar Fireplace, Masonry, and Roofing. Vonderhaar has been walking on Cincinnati roofs for over 20 years. Call Vonderhaar today at 242-1110 for your fireplace, masonry, and roofing needs, or online at Vonderhaar.com. Their service is over the top. Vonderhaar.com.
Columbia Chevrolet in Montgomery has the best price and selection of Tahoes and Suburbans in the tri-state. Over 40 available. Every new Chevy comes with our 10-year, 150,000-mile warranty. Together, let's drive to Columbia Chevrolet in Montgomery. ColumbiaChev.com.
At Allworth, we believe financial advice should align with your best interests, not line our own pockets. We call it uncompromised wealth management. It's objective advice that does right by you. Transparent, fee-based pricing. No product selling, no quotas, no conflicts. Just a simple promise. When you succeed, we succeed. Experience uncompromised wealth management that does right by you. Call 833-GO-ALLWORTH. Or visit allworthfinancial.com to book a free appointment today.
This weekend, bring the family to the Wild Weekend Sale at Furniture Fair for amazing deals and an extra 15% off store-wide. Plus, no interest for up to 12 months.
Plus, you could win a membership to the Cincinnati Zoo.
The Wild Weekend Sale through Monday at Furniture Fair.
Big Joe Stasiak, the Buckeye Bulldozer, here for my friends at Ed Brun Heating and Air Conditioning for service you can trust in Cincinnati and Northern Kentucky. If it doesn't run, call Ed Brun, your American Standard Air dealer. American Standard, installed by great Americans.
Well, here we are again, and I got to tell you, Jim, this match has me really concerned.
Here we have a powerful heavyweight, a train, weighing in at 6,000 tons. And this hasty lightweight challenger, a car, at just 1.5 tons.
This does not bode well for the car or the people in it.
It's no contest. Every day, people are injured or killed trying to beat a train at rail crossings. See tracks, think train.
Twin Peaks is the best in the game. Here, it's bigger game days and bolder fight nights. I mean, where else can you find a scratch kitchen that always comes in clutch every day from lunch to late night? Only at Twin Peaks, the #1 sports bar.
Upgrade now, pay later with CHI Roofing's Grand Slam Summer Deal. 12 months, same as cash. Click 731roof.com.
I think the Reds are due for an offensive explosion, a breakout this afternoon. Ralph's American Grill inside pitch. Here we are, Sterling getting ready for Reds and Royals on a Sunday afternoon. Ralph's American Grill in Wilmington's just off 71. Exit 50 inside the Holiday Inn and Roberts Center. Straight away, David Armbruster has got the pregame show. And then you got Tommy Thrall and Jeff Brantley, the Cowboy, with the call. And if you're headed to the game today, or anywhere else for that matter, remember to buckle your seatbelt. It's a message from the Ohio Department of Public Safety. If you're not buckled up, what's holding you back? It's Jonathan India leading off for the Reds. He's due, and I'm thinking today is an offensive, productive day. Ellie De La Cruz going to hit second, play short. Spencer Steers hitting third, playing first. TJ Friedel's in cleanup spot, playing center. Jamer Candelario on the DH spot today, hitting fifth. Jake Fraley's going to be in right field, hitting sixth. Santiago Espinal is at third base, hitting seventh. Will Benson is in left field, hitting eighth. And Luke Maley, the battery mate, catching and hitting ninth. For Andrew Abbott, facing off against those Kansas City Royals. They need a win. They need to bounce back. You can't go sweep win, sweep loss, and it doesn't get any easier as they continue to chase wild card spot here in the waning games of this 24 campaign. It's the inside pitch, and Ralph's American Grill brings it to you. I'm Sterling, and this is 700 WLW.
At AE Door and Window, we love to do homework.
Let us work on your home with back-to-school specials. Get up to 10% off windows from Pella and Provia, up to 20% off select Clopay garage doors, and huge savings on LiftMaster openers.
Find out more at aedoorsales.com.
Hi, this is Marty. You hear it every game, but it can't be said enough. When riding in your car or truck, buckle your seatbelt and make sure that everyone riding with you is wearing theirs too. If you're not buckled up, what's holding you back?
This Reds season, there's no better place to get in on the action than FanDuel, America's #1 sportsbook. Because right now, new customers can get $150 in bonus bets if your first $5 bet wins. Make every moment more with FanDuel, official sports betting partner of the Cincinnati Reds. Gambling